Duets. Thank you. Welcome to the show.
So nice to see you again.
Thank you.
You're not going to swear now this time, are you?
No.
Oh, wow. Straight put in check.
I don't even remember doing it the first time.
But we saw some of your classics there, and, you know, you've had so many awards, millions of records, one song streamed 1 billion times, over 1 billion times. But you used to say that you didn't feel like an accomplished musician. That's changed now, though. But why was that, then?
Well, I mean, when you start out, you don't really, you don't know. And I suppose I always sort of felt like I was going to be the bass player in the band or something. You know, I never really thought I'd be at the front. And the only reason I got the job in the front because nobody else wanted to do it. So I just, okay, I'll...
Well, you've done all right out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
it
gone well.
kind of worked out. And I'm going to carry on.
Yeah, you should. In that clip there, Bryan, you could see, I mean, the audience are always so kind of involved in your songs, singing along to them. Do you remember the first time when you had that feeling of them singing your song back to you and kind of like what you felt like?
Yeah, I do. Ironically, it's got a bit of a celebratory day because it was 40 years ago today that we played up in Sheffield at the Polytechnic.
Ticket
oh, look, they've got a ticket.
Oh, it's bang on the day as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's bang on the day. And I remember having this discussion with my manager and just saying, we gotta go to England. We've got to play in England. He's like, why do you want to go there? I'm like, because we got to go there. And so they got me these gigs, and that was one of the first ones. And hearing the crowd sing back, and you know what it's like. You know, when you hear the crowd singing, it's quite exciting.
Amazing.
And I'd never heard it quite like that before.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like playing in England. The sound of the audience here is different. It comes from football.
Yeah. Well, we actually, somebody who was there that day has emailed in. His name's Andrew, and he's emailed in to say, I was at that gig in Sheffield back in 1983, and he's seen you, Bryan, and the band over 40 times since that night.
Thank you.
And he's really looking forward to your return to the Royal Albert Hall next May as well.
Yeah, we're doing it again.
Yeah, so last year, if people don't know, you had a residency, didn't you, at the Royal Albert Hall?
Yes.
And then every night, 3 nights, and you did sort of an album per night.
That's right.
You're back again in May, which we'll get on to. Why did you decide to do it that way then? Because there's a box set now, isn't there, as well?
Yeah, it's coming out in December. The idea was, there's the cover of the album, there's me on the top. And I just really, I love the idea of playing that venue. It's such a beautiful venue. And I wanted to do something special that was, you know, not like a regular gig. So we would just do one album, start the show and do an album from the beginning to its end, and then the rest of the show would come on afterwards. And we do an intermission, which we never do. So
well, there's good ice cream in the Royal Albert Hall, so
well, apparently so.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go back and do it again next May, and we're going to do 3 different albums this time.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And, you know, as an audience member, there's not many places, if any, that compare, is there, to the Royal Albert Hall?
No, there's
is it the same as an artist, then?
Very much so. There's nowhere like that place. Truly, it's
iconic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to go on tour then after that?
Yes, I'm going on tour throughout the UK and in Ireland as well. So yeah, it's just the beginning of more shows.
Brilliant.
You two, I mean, you love your music, you two, don't you? You go to all the festivals. I mean, have you got a favourite Bryan Adams track yourself?
Hard to pick.
Yeah,
No, don't feel on the spot about this.
Robin Hood, right? Iconic.
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
And I don't think, you know, obviously I love the film, but the song was unbelievable.
I'm trying not to sing it. Oh, no, I'm not.
Go on,
Come on, Abby.
We were in the green room. We were in the green room downstairs, and I was belting it out. I was hoping you would hear.
It's all right, the cameras were on, we got it recorded.
But you've duetted with so many people, Barbara Streisand...
I'm just about to start again with this lot, and then it's not going to happen now.
Who is kind of still on your list in terms of duets, then?
I don't really have a list, but there are a lot of voices that I love. I love Sam Smith's voice, for example.
Yeah.
I love his voice. That was quick. You suddenly got a picture of Sam.
Honestly, we're organised.
So, you know, there are a lot of really beautiful singers out there, and it's hard to choose, isn't it?
Yeah. Lots of talent, isn't there?
Anytime I've done a duet, though, it's never been organised. It's always come very spontaneously.
Yeah.
You could do one with Abby. Bring back everything I do.
We've had loads of messages in for you, by the way, Bryan. We've got Alan who said, I've seen Bryan and his amazing band, and what a showman. Out of all the concerts I've been to, Bryan was the best, and hearing everything I do, something so special.
See?
As
It is special.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It's the one.
Bryan's album, live at the Royal Albert Hall, is out on the 8th of December, and tickets to see Bryan next May go on sale as well on Friday.
OK, remember, please welcome Munya Kiwawa. Oh, yeah, we've been there. I can relate, definitely, yeah.
I took the Speedo shots out because my nan's watching tonight, so...
Oh, OK, yeah, good on you.
For all of us.
Protect the nan, protect the nan. Munya, take us back a little bit, kind of, I suppose, to where it all started, where you understood, I don't know, maybe I could do this, like, for a living, I could make people laugh, because it's one of those kind of, like, risky type jobs, isn't it?
Well, so my family, we moved to Zimbabwe when I was 4, and my grandparents were still in England, so they really missed us, and I could sense like quite a heavy sadness on all the family. You know, we'd moved somewhere new, my grandparents missed us, and we'd film these home videos to send to them. And I remember just sending them, and they'd all send us these letters back, you know, picking out different bits of the video. And I think that was kind of my first connection with comedy and also being on camera. I was pretty much providing Zimbabwe's Got Talent for my grandparents. So now I think about it, there should have been more than a £5 in the Christmas card.
Yeah, definitely.
But then you went from entertaining your grandparents to entertaining the nation then in the pandemic. You did all these videos. Did you expect the reaction that you got?
Honestly, no. You know, lockdown happened. I was making sort of like a couple of parodies a week, a couple of videos, responding to stuff for the news. And I didn't get to see, you know, what people thought of those videos. I thought, OK, maybe it's just like school-age kids watching them and stuff. And then I remember one time I was at Thorpe Park and Stormzy was there, and I saw him and I thought, oh, he's never going to pay attention to me. He walks over and gives you this huge bear hug. My face is stuffed into Stormzy's armpit, and I was like, I've made it.
Nice. You know, Abby made a good point, actually, whilst I was just watching that, about like, how long do they take you to make those reels? Because, I mean, they're so well put together, but...
And can you give us lessons?
Yeah, because we just can't get there.
No.
You know what? It's crazy. I think sometimes the shorter ones are actually better. Because I remember one of my most famous characters was a parody of Nigella.
Yeah.
It was
we watched that earlier.
Yeah, it was Pancake Day, and I just thought, what is Nigella doing right now? I didn't have any of the equipment, so I put a T-shirt on my head, a crop top, and made some pancakes. And that is the recipe to success. People always write big speeches saying blood, sweat and tears. It's actually just crop top and talking about buttery pancake flats.
But you're going on tour now. You're going to Birmingham and Manchester, I think, this weekend, aren't you?
Yeah.
How different will that feel? Because, I mean, it's one thing putting videos out there, but when you're actually standing in front of a live audience, quite a different skill in some ways, isn't it?
It is. So this week we're going to Newcastle, then we're going to Scotland, and it's crazy because, you know, there's such different comedic tastes wherever you go. But the short answer is, I love it. Like, you see people there and you can see their face and everyone's so excited to see you. If anything, it's nicer than online. Like, I get some crazy comments online, like, because of my eyebrows. I had one the other day and it was like, Munya, your eyebrows look like 2 meat cleavers were covered in glue and dropped on a barbershop floor. And I was like, you know what, this is the last time I wish this guy Happy Father's Day, for real.
Amazing.
So what can people expect from the show?
So we've worked... I only became a stand-up this year, you know. It was one of those things where the tour was announced and I went, right, I want to learn the art form because I really appreciate it. Like, I watch stand-ups and I think, I don't know how you do this. Yeah. So I've done 80 gigs to get here before my tour's even started. And I want it to be like a sort of merge between the magic of online, but then the real kind of craftsmanship of stand-up. So we've worked really hard to kind of push all the barriers of what you might think stand-up is. And that's the most I can say. If you want it, you've got to get tickets, man. That's all I can say.
But, you know, within the show, because, I mean, online, your fans have come to love all of the characters that you've created. So, I mean, I'm sure they're all at home thinking, please tell me some of those characters are going to be as part of the show.
Well, OK, if you heard I was doing a show and you went, I hope he does this in the show, it's probably in there. That's what I say. It's a people pleaser. And there will be a T-shirt on the head and a crop top.
Oh, there we go.
So
Nigella.
She's in there.
I didn't say it.
That's what I like to hear. Well, you can see Munya on his UK tour, Boys to Mun, right now.
OK, lots of you have been in touch. Kim says, Abby was my favourite ever Strictly moment. Was your waltz with Ali Ash? Grace personified. Gosh, it was brilliant. It was.
10 years ago, then?
No, it wasn't 10 years ago.
Wow. We've got another one for you here, Bryan. Heaven was the dance at my wedding, and I'll love it always, basically.
Nice.
Thank you.
And then a lovely comment, we don't know who is from. Somebody says, I'm crying watching Robert's journey. Please wish him well and continued good health. Robert, who'd been to Moorfields at the beginning of the show.
I absolutely love Bryan. Me and my late husband's song was Summer of '69, our absolute favourite. We never got to see you in concert, but always had your albums on repeat. Thanks, Bryan. We appreciate your music.
Are we all coming to your concert,
yeah.
Bryan? Are we all invited?
Everybody's invited, yep.
Lovely.
OK, and Munya's tour, so we've got a couple of nights
On
out.
the same day.
Indeed,
Yeah, same day,
Otherwise,
yeah.
we're going to have to do a YouTuber boxing match, me and you.
Perfect.
Really
Thanks
nice
so
one
much.
for me there, Jay, or not, no?
We were just refreshing. Refreshing.
It says...
Keep them coming in, guys.
It says, keep playing golf, Cratchit, it says. Honestly.
You've been lovely company. Thank you so much.
Tomorrow we'll be back with Dawn French, Plum of Faith, and Matt Allwright will be solving your watchdog problems. We'll see you then. Good night.
Bye-bye. Bye.